here for too terribly long, but I do have a little reading to share in between some tasks. Currently baking some bread, getting ready to make some juice. Cheers. Alright, you know what we're also going to do? Light a nice candle. Okay. So, first and foremost, can I get a couple of messages on the Divine Masculine? Reverting healing from these karmic cycles and energy. Dedication. I open my heart to abiding love. Okay. So in some cases I picked up that if there were masculines who were being called towards their divine feminines and they once again did not take that leap of faith, then some of them were either right on the cusp of falling, losing that contract, or I've been picking up that maybe some of them did. We'll see how this plays out. I am vibrant. Strength. I hear not yet. He's not quite lost the contract, but he needs to take that leap of faith. Somebody says, where did you get strength out of that card? The Lion. It's like the Fountain of Youth here too, but also it almost looks like the red string of fate. It's a karmic cross-watching, by the way, irrelevant, but nonetheless. Regardless, Divine Masculine. I feel like we need to shift to Divine Feminine now. Exactly, Goddess of the Sea. Through the storm, my inner sea is calm. And you know what? I just picked up a karmic a minute ago. They were quite upset that I was going live. This must be somebody who's stalking me and subscribed to me, so they're getting notifications. I am reborn. Isn't this interesting though? Look at the name on this. It almost looks like copycat. 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 Karmic females copying the goddess. Knowledge. I open my heart and mind. So there's a balance between heart and head. There was a reference of that earlier in a previous reading, except for these karmics did not have it. This is about being the eye of the storm. My sweatshirt yesterday said, I am the storm. One of my doctors had a little giggle about it on the way out when I turned my back. It took me a second to realize what they were saying. I realized they were quoting the back of my shirt. Yeah, I am vibrant. See, I feel like this is Divine Feminine, okay? He feels like she's vibrant. He feels like she's brave. He feels like she just is open to drinking the waters of the divine from the waters of life. But she brings him this space of grace, but not if he's not courageous enough to reach out. Look, God of the Nile. and pour back into her. Be part of that flow space. Look, see, I create an inner haven of peace exactly being a part of that flow space. Rejuvenation, and that sea goddess was very much giving me Aphrodite vibes. And here she goes. This is all about peace as well. And there's a reference of, in some cases, a sense of balance and support. Actual, real, true support coming in to help. I give freely. Remembering that in regards to these karmic people, givers have to set boundaries because takers have none. Okay, let's do the meridian system, the riverways of energy. This is about that flow space, being in tune with mind, body, spirit, all aspects of the divine. This is a Uno reversing. It's backfiring on these karmic people who thought that they were in charge of people or something, especially while they were copying others. Yeah. Copying from real empaths, light workers. 8:22 here on the clock on the East Coast. Okay, anything else? Let's grab a different deck. Hold on. North Star. So this is karmic male energy. But this is somebody who's in their south node. It's maybe somebody who has addiction problems. They wanted to take advantage of people to gain blessings for themselves, the reward, even by means of manipulation. Now they're all emotional, especially after trying to attack people in their sleep or being exposed in dream prophecy, for example. As the targets actually face their true north, their destiny path, their north node. How much good can you handle? These karmics couldn't handle it. They were trying to bury the truth, righteousness, sovereignty. Remember? Let's see what else. Let's get another one too. Okay. Karmic female, the quest. They were trying to block the light workers movement forward, or life purpose, mission, one with the sun. Yeah, too bad. Light workers have a level of divine connection that overcomes these people trying to block the path, and also is a much more clear and discerning energy than any of these people who tried to create distractions. There's no place like home. So there's always a level of centeredness. There's always a level of truth that is able to be seen despite the illusions that they tried to cast, because when you truly know yourself, you can see where that reflection healthfully parallels within others, and also where it does not, including where someone is trying to be manipulative or fake. At least if you're listening to and honoring that intuitive space. For starters, 1122, and not ignoring the red flags, whether psychologically or physically as well. The light element is here, so there's an overcoming of this chaos and this shadow energy regardless. I think that's it for the cards for now. Let's just clear the space. I do have some other things, and I would like to finish those. But let me give you guys some love before I go. I have to sneeze. Hey! Bless me, I'm allergic to your bullshit, karmics. 1222. Would you like to know why I came here actually right now? Because I was over here dicing apples. I'm making 4 loaves of bread right now. I have another couple to do. Maybe another 4 more, possibly, over the next couple of days. I might space them out. I've been doubling each recipe, which I think means I need to make a bit more starter, which is fine. I can do that tonight. Anyway, I've been over here doing math and playing in the kitchen. But I picked up that this karmic energy was confused, misreading light workers, possibly posts, because they're stalking people online. 1322. So I got the call to just come here and hold a little space and say, hey, hello, what's up? My light workers, just in case you feel that, we're good, don't worry about it. Stay safe and steady. And I'm sending love. There's heart chakra Reiki coming through. There's also your core and center balancing. This may be a reference of actually helping rebalance core strength or functioning a routine around that, but this could just be the core of someone's life or a foundational point instead of a physicality. Although something even energetically core of a foundation is upturned, then it absolutely can manifest outward into a state of imbalance. So let's make sure that's regulated. There's also sovereignty Reiki coming through. There's balance Reiki coming through, and there's something about a house or blueprints to a building or a business or something. There's something about properly having something established and constructed, but also protected. Seeing something about insurance, you know, houses have fire insurance and flood insurance, etc. this energy around with my hands. Okay. Cut it off. These karmics. I heard that. That's good ASMR. There's abundance Reiki coming through as well. Oops, sugar. I guess it's time to scoop that in the pan, huh? Parallel Reiki. Something about healing alternate timelines, and then drawing in healthy reflections, people who resonate with you on a healthy level. Clearing out old cycles, including trauma bonds and toxicity. Somebody says, I thought you were making bread. I am. What are you doing with the apples? It's a filling. Silly goose. It's just one of the recipes. How are you doing this? I just kind of thought about it. I don't know. That's why I'm making 4. I had 4 ideas, so I'm doing that and doubling each recipe. But anyway, math. Over here doing math, like I said. Somebody says, what do you mean you're doing math? Math. Math. 776 grams of flour, 515 grams of water, 225 grams of starter. Math. Then you've got to double each recipe. Math. Playing in the kitchen. Somebody says, so what about, where'd you do the starter? I made it. What do you mean? How'd you start it? I started it. You mix the ingredients and you let them ferment. You have to take care of it, and there's a process in the beginning where, I know it sounds weird, but it turns into what's called hooch, and it kind of stinks actually. And it smells like alcohol, and it really is. It's like red alcohol. It's the fermentation process, but that you pour that off, and then it gets through that shifts into the next stage as long as it's done right. But it's temperamental, it needs the right temperature and environment and consistent care, like a baby. I heard that labor of love, yep. Somebody's asking why I learned to do this. I taught myself. I need more cutting space. I hear animosity Reiki. This is to help clear out any of that toxic energy that's remaining residually. Or like the people who just wouldn't leave it alone. You know, their energy keeps popping up because really so do they. They just won't stop lurking on our socials or waking up angry at us, throwing the evil eye in between every breath and then some. Karmic is angry. It's a karmic female. How do you know what I'm doing? Because you're all up in my face. What do you mean? That's like asking somebody, how do you not notice someone screaming in their face? How do you... What? How did you notice me screaming in your face and not minding my business? How do you not notice that? What do you mean? I didn't realize I was screaming in your face. Yeah. You don't go in here in my energy field, karmic. That's all. Heard that. It's weird. Why do you have to be so good at everything you do? That's so weird. Why are you so weird? Why are you so obsessed with me? That's funny. Divine Masculine's chiming in now. I'm gonna be quiet about that though. I made you laugh. Yeah, because it was cute. Kind of funny. I'm really excited about this, and I think I have the perfect amount of apples. I'm just... this part, this is just... the fillings I'm just winging. We're gonna eyeball it. Everything else, math. Let's see what time it is. 7:30 and 8. So I'll be at 9:30 and 10. Got it. Somebody says, what are you doing? More math. Silly goose. Ew, I smell cigarettes. There's a karmic cross-watching, suddenly anxious chain smoking. There's crown chakra Reiki coming through too, because there's a crown chakra attack I'm picking up. As I picked that up too, the second lurker came on the live. I noticed the number jump as I just got done finishing doing positive constructive mathematics. Somebody says, you should be a math teacher. I don't want to be a math teacher. I hear that. Well, you'd be a good math teacher. I don't want to be a math teacher. There are plenty of good math teachers in the world who can do that job, and that's fine. And I'm sure if I wanted to, I could go and do that job too. But here's the thing. Most of the math teachers in the world can't do what I do, and I have a higher calling than that, and just that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but, you know, math teacher versus medium. Math is good. I'm going to use it in a different way. And hats off to the teachers. In fact, one of my favorite teachers in school was a math teacher. She wasn't my very favorite, not in that grade. I had one that I really clicked with a lot more, but I really liked her too. She was funny. Except, I still remember this. She always said that it grossed her out that her sister would share a toothbrush with her husband, and I didn't understand that even as a child, because I always felt like, you know, husband and wife, they often touch each other's private parts and have each other's genitalia in each other's mouths and touch tongues and all kinds of other things. So, like, what? Really, what's the difference if somebody forgets their toothbrush? What? Put all those other things in there. What's the difference? It's the same place and the same bacteria. I don't understand. You grossed out at your husband's toothbrush? I don't understand. Funny, like I said, she's funny. Somebody is asking who was my favorite teacher in that grade. That would be she was the social studies teacher, and she also taught language and writing. I really liked her a lot. She's one of my favorites. Ooh, karmic chakra attack. I hear Sorry by Bieber. I've been picking up lately that for the last couple days, some of these karmics really want forgiveness, but they're sending attacks, dude. That is an attack. Like, they're staying out, I would say. I hear don't go back. They feel like if they don't get forgiveness, they're going to keep catching karma, but what are you doing? stop messing with people's energy that's making it worse for yourself. Yeah, they're super, like, this is a nasty attack right now. I feel that all up in the chakra system. Let's do some shields. Some mirror shield. And a lit shield. Also that diamond shield. I got a new download on that the other day. This is the prism shield and then the brick shield. I didn't say that. I don't think I did. So I see a karmic trying to rush to their metaphysical table to try to throw attacks before I send all these down. Thank you. There's a new one. A couple of them. Thank you. There's elevation Reiki coming through now too. Here, God says it's because you don't stoop to their level. You don't fight fire with fire. You seek to elevate. I don't know why, I just got a flash of, I think her name's Bunny. It's Jelly Roll's wife. I think they're married. I believe they're married. I don't know why. It's interesting. Somebody's trying to figure out what I mean by that. I'm not good or bad. I just saw her. I just got a flash of her face, and I picked up her energy, and I don't know why. Just noticing the shift. That's all. It's not good or bad. It just is. In that regard. At least based on that channel, I don't. It just is. I saw that Jelly Roll, it popped up on my feed last week, was on a fitness journey, like health journey. I don't know. I mean, they're married, so she probably has something to do with that, or at least knows about it. I don't know. I don't know why I picked it up. But I'm dicing apples. Okay, last one. Somebody says, what are you doing with them? Making a Mm. Those are good raw. I have to get more tomorrow. Oh, that's right. I need that too. Thank you. Thank you. Sauteing them, making like a cinnamon, apple cinnamon pie, kind of a filling thingy, and then I'll just stuff it, or swirl it in there, you know. Fold it like a cinnamon roll. That way when you slice it, you get chunks of apple in the center. We're all mixed up in it. I'll do that in a minute. I have about half an hour before I can work the other ingredients into one of these bowls, and then an hour before I can do the other one. It might take me 15 minutes to cook down those apples. That's plenty of time. And then I'll probably still have time to make juice in between. Problem solved. With that being said, I'm going to drop the mic on that one. Let's quickly do a chakra clearing. Wow. Thank you. Your sacral balancing. But that is not where I started. I started in the Earth Star Chakra. It sits below the feet. Somebody, seems like a karmic, is asking what I'm doing, what I've been doing. I've been busy. Cooking, mostly today. Lots of cooking and cleaning and building and seems jealous. Don't know why. I hear Russ, you could sit around, what was it? You'd rather sit around and bitch and hate comments. Suit yourself, be miserable. balancing of the throat. As a main core energy. Here's a Reiki coming through about clearing any. This one's interesting. Setup attempt. So I would say that very likely there have been some people, or there were some people thinking about or wanting to try to plan to set up light workers. That's not new. They've been doing that for a while on and off. It's not one thing, it's the other with them, you know. Generally speaking. What am I looking for? Cinnamon. As well as I can't open that. Maple. Okay. Just heard Serendipity Reiki. This is about honoring and following and aligning with those synchronistic events, circumstances. I feel like that's good. What else do I need? I need salt. Somebody says, why would you put salt? Because it balances out the flavor of the sweet. It actually can enhance it a little bit more. It's not enough to really make it super salty. Especially once those apples cook down a little bit. I think I want that up high too. Somebody says why? Because if I do them high, they'll cook a little faster on the outside without getting so done on the inside. And that way I can leave them, they won't turn mushy. So when I go to fold them into the bread and then bake it, then they'll be done fully by the time the bread's baked. But if I do it all the way in the pan, it's going to turn to applesauce, and that's not what I'm looking for, especially by the time it's baked inside the bread after being sauteed. No. Not helpful. Somebody's curious, and I'm not mad about it. I grew up in a restaurant, and I have answers for your questions. I thought you grew up in a mechanic shop. I did, but I also grew up in a restaurant. Which one was it you can do? Yes, it can. When I was stuck in a karmic household, I was often stuck in a cold mechanic shop. I did not like it there. When I was not, I grew up in a restaurant. Depended on the environment. Yeah, this is working nicely. I just have to sit for a minute. Also needs more cinnamon. Okay. I have prosperity Reiki. This is different than abundance Reiki. Abundance can be referencing prosperity, but abundance can be many things. Prosperity's, ooh, that's good. Much better. Prosperity is about money, or wealth specifically, material things. Abundance doesn't have to be. I think I need more maple too. Just a little. Somebody says, I thought you were measuring. No, baby, this one's by feel, taste, smell, sight, intuition. Those are good. Actually, give that 1 more minute on high. Half teaspoon more cinnamon. There's Serenity Reiki coming through as well. This is to clear those salty karmics out. They're really cranky. There's a karmic, they're asking each other, like, why did you do that to this person, or why did we do that to this person, why, they feel like they're regretting targeting, not that they feel bad about what they did, but they know that they're caught. Yeah, it doesn't look good for them, it really doesn't. The right to be concerned. I think I'm going to leave that out. There's inner peace Reiki coming through too. Okay. There's also a Reiki to help clear out specifically delusional karmics, because I'm picking that up too. A karmic male in particular. Oop, that needs to go off. Also, make sure to double check things right now. There's a message in that too. I did turn it off, but it wasn't quite clicked off all the way. The burner on the stove. Might not be the stove, but there was a reference of just double checking, something about making sure that you have your keys, or like you don't accidentally lock yourself out or something. I don't know why I'm picking that up too, but that's for somebody. Or you don't accidentally lock yourself out of your car. If not a house. Or a locker. I see a locker. Sometimes people have lockers like at their gym or something. They go to the gym. I'm being called to finally drop that mic right there. Please remember to pray. Once again, do no harm, take no crap, and I'll catch you on the next one. Blessings and namaste.